Dawid arose and went, he and his men, and slew of the Polish team 200 men. And Dawid brought their foreskins, and they gave them in full number to the king, that he might be the king's son-in-law. And Shaul gave him Michal, his daughter, for a woman. And Shaul saw and knew that Yahweh was with Dawid, and Michal, Shaul's daughter, loved him. And Shaul was yet the more afraid of Dawid, and Shaul was Dawid's enemy continually. Then the princes of the Polish team went forth, and it was as often as they went forth that Dawid behaved himself more wisely than all the servants of Shaul, so that his name was much esteemed. Of the books called Shamuel, the first, chapter 19. And Shaul spoke to Jehonathan his son, and to all his servants, that they should slay Dawid. But Jonathan, Shaul's son, delighted much in Dawid. And Jehonathan told Dawid, saying, Shaul my father seeketh to slay thee. Now therefore I pray thee, take heed to thyself in the morning, and abide in a secret place, and hide thyself. And I will go out and stand beside my father in the field where thou art, and I will commune with my father of thee, and if I see aught, I will tell thee. And Jehonathan spoke good of Dawid to Shaul his father, and said to him, Let not the king sin against his servant, against Dawid, because he hath not sinned against thee, and because his works have been very good toward thee. For he put his soul in his hand, and smote the Pelishti, and Yahweh wrought a great salvation for all Yisrael. Thou sawest it, and didst rejoice. For what reason then wilt thou sin against innocent blood, to slay Dawid without a cause? And Shaul hearkened to the voice of Jehonathan, and Shaul swore an oath, As Yahweh liveth, he shall not be put to death. And Jehonathan called Dawid, and Jehonathan showed him all those things, and Jehonathan brought Dawid to Shaul, and he was in his presence as beforetime. And there was war again, and Dawid went out and fought with the Pelishtim, and slew them with a great slaughter, and they fled before him. And an evil spirit from Yahweh was upon Shaul, as he sat in his house with his spear in his hand, and Dawid was strumming with his hand, and Shaul sought to smite Dawid even to the wall with the spear, but he slipped away out of Shaul's presence, and he smote the spear into the wall, and Dawid fled and escaped that night. And Shaul sent messengers to Dawid's house to watch him and to slay him in the morning. And Michal, Dawid's woman, told him, saying, If thou save not thy soul tonight, tomorrow thou wilt be slain. So Michal let Dawid down through the window, and he went and fled and escaped. And Michal took the teraphim, and laid them in the bed, and put a pillow of goat's hair at the head thereof, and covered it with the clothes. And when Shaul sent messengers to take Dawid, she said, He is sick. And Shaul sent the messengers to see Dawid, saying, bring him up to me in the bed, that I may slay him. And when the messengers came in, behold, the teraphim were in the bed, with the pillow of goat's hair at the head thereof. And Shaul said to Michal, Why hast thou deceived me thus, and let my enemy go, so that he is escaped? And Michal answered Shaul, He said to me, Let me go, why should I kill thee? Now David fled and escaped, and came to Shemuel to the Ramah, and told him all that Shaul had done to him. And he and Shemuel went and dwelt in Naioth. And it was told Shaul, saying, Behold, David is at Naioth in the Ramah. And Shaul sent messengers to take David. And when they saw the company of the prophets prophesying, and Shemuel standing as head over them, the Spirit of God became upon the messengers of Shaul, and they also prophesied. And when it was told Shaul, he sent other messengers, and they also prophesied. And Shaul sent messengers again the third time, and they also prophesied. Then went he also to the Ramah, and came to the great well that is in the Shoku. And he asked and said, Where are Shemuel and David? And one said, Behold, they are at Naioth in the Ramah. And he went thither to Naioth in the Ramah, and the Spirit of God became upon him also, and he went on and prophesied until he came to Naioth in the Ramah. And he also stripped off his clothes, and he also prophesied before Shemuel, and lay down naked all that day and all that night. For what reason, they say, is Shaul also among the prophets? And David fled from Naioth in the Ramah, and came and said before Jehonathan, What have I done? What is my iniquity? And what is my sin before thy father, that he seeketh my soul? And he said to him, Far from it, thou shalt not die. Behold, my father doeth nothing either great or small, but that he discloseth it to me. And why should my father hide this thing from me? It is not so. And David swore an oath moreover, and said, Thy father knoweth well that I have found favour in thy eyes. And he saith, Let not Jehonathan know this, lest he be grieved. But truly as Yahweh liveth, and as thy soul liveth, there is but a step between me and death.